It's your guy, Derek 420 Colorado, coming at you live and direct from the Dream Farm Studios / breeding room. We'll let everybody get on in here. We will be going over some super rad, awesome stuff today. Going to be going over some grow goal stuff. Going to be telling everybody about the new stuff going on the website. There's Vanna Wife, who will be doing some modeling for us here in a little bit. Woohoo! Can't go wrong with a little modeling from Vanna Wife. All right, we got some folks coming on in here. We'll do some dabs. It's going to be super rad. What's going on, Ty? What's up, Joseph? What's up, Alan? Oh, we can go ahead and show everybody these. All right, we got new hats in. We got Living the Dream on the front this time with the Dream Beans logo there on the back. We've got them there. They're located on the website under the Order Merch tabs. Under the Order Merch tab. So, yes, we're getting off in here. Oh, and so everybody, the Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and Super Milk are both live on the site right now. The remaining packs, I think we got everybody that was taken care of that needed them and all that stuff. So we put the remaining packs that were on there, we put them on the site, and they are there, available for purchase now. So if you would happen to miss out on the G4 or the Super Milk, now's your chance to go grab them. Woohoo, woohoo. Let's see here. Still not smoking cigarettes, guys, gals, ladies and gents, folks of all ages, as long as you're 21. Here, well, let's go. We got 98 folks. Let's get up to 100. Let's go, let's go. At 100, I'll do a dab. There's 98. Let's get over to 100. Let's do it. We can do it. 99. 98. Y'all keep dropping off. Okay, so we'll just keep talking. We know we'll get there. So yeah, the G4 Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and the Super Milk are back on the site for the limited leftover packages. So if you didn't get a chance to get them, grab them now. We're going to be having a little Dream Farm report since, as most of you found out, that for some weird reason yesterday, now, granted, there's 100. Let's go ahead and let's do a dab. Let's fire one off. We've got, I don't even know what the heck we got today. Some Juicy Drips and some something or else. And some something or other. So let's do a little fat little dab. And while I'm doing this dab, we'll get Vanna Wife to model the new women-inspired brand new pink Dream Bean shirts. Okay. It's Kid Vanna Wife here. And there's Vanna Wife showing up the new.
And I got the new hat on.
And she's got the new hat on. She's rocking it out over here, folks. Yeah. She's doing the most. So we've got a couple new colors of the Dream Bean shirts available on the site. Now we got pink. We got a baby blue now. And we've got black.
Baby blue's only in 2XL.
But the baby blue's only in 2XL. So,
see what colors people like.
This was kind of a little test run. Just to kind of test out the colors and stuff. We had gotten the new vendor the last time. They did a really good job. Now this time we were just checking out all the colors and all that good stuff. So yeah. We've got pink. We've got some baby blue ones on there. Those are in 2XL. We got some new.
Black.
What, babe?
Black.
And we have black. And we've got the new Living the Dream hats. Living the Dream on the front. Dream Beans on the back. Yeah, buddy. So y'all be looking out. Y'all head to the site if you want to grab some of those. Everybody is continuously asking for stuff as far as merch goes. So yeah, head over there, grab you some merch. It'll be super good stuff. let's see. We've also got the new Autoflower Education Center that's live on the website, as some of y'all have found that all of the Talk About It Tuesdays that we do live here, they're going to go to the site and be archived there on the site for folks to watch later on in the future. We've also got the reviews section of the website. Folks, if you have grown a strain of a site that's in stock and on the website, just scroll to the bottom of it and leave me a review of what your experience was with that strain. I'm not hating on the fat guys, I promise. I got the 2XL. Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah. We because Farm Manager River, he's the he's a bigger guy. I know a lot of y'all don't know how he's about 6 foot. This guy, he seems 6'8", but he's only about 6'4" and about 280 pounds. He's a big guy, and so I always have to be conscious of the stuff that I get and things that I do to be conscious of the bigger folk out there, mainly because of Farm Manager River. Yeah, member of the week, plan of the week. Let's do that. Baby, will you bring me that list, because it's a pretty big list? Timothy Voiles, you probably should hang around, most likely. Let's see here. For members and plants of the week this week, we've got Alec Schmidt, member of the week for that duck sticker. I thought that was super fire, ultra rad, super awesome. Ryan Nelson, you got member of the week for your entry of the Pappy's Secret Stash to the cup that you entered that I thought was super, super awesome. Brian Laney, member of the week for the Dream Beans tattoo. If you get a Dream Beans tattoo, folks, you're going to get free seeds. Fact. Okay, that's the second one that I know of. Tim Dooley, you got plant of the week this week. Tim Voiles and Jason Daniel. I had a couple of, I had a request a couple of days ago for pictures of grapefruit slushy and grape dumpster juice because I needed them for the website. I still haven't put them up there. I'm going to do that afterwards. Tim Voiles, you win for your picture of the grapefruit slushy. And Jason Daniel, you win for your picture of the grape dumpster juice. Okay? So that's what we got. That's what we got for the members of the week and plant of the week. We got Alex Schmidt, Ryan Nelson, Brian Laney, Tim Dooley, Tim Voiles, and Jason Daniel. Congratulations! Woohoo! So let's see. Yeah. That's what we've. I wanted to because last week I was hindered by my ability to get on a good internet connection. And we were talking about grow goals and kind of what strain selection and things of that nature. And so I just wanted to kind of touch a little bit more on that. We'll also do a little bit of a Dream Farm report because I don't know what happened yesterday. I mean, I do. Okay, so everything that all the videos that y'all have ever seen have been shot from my iPhone just because we've now evolved to a place in technology where these cameras are just as good as anything else. Well, yesterday I decided I wanted to try to use my GoPro, the same one that I use for snowboard, and I was like, oh, it shoots in 4K. So I did the whole thing, did the whole Dream Farm report. It was there, boom, 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 did the download, did the thing, put it on the thing, and then all of a sudden it went from a 5-minute video to a 17-minute video because it decided to put it in quarter speed for me. So I thought that was just really, really shitty of Facebook, GoPro, or whoever did it. Because I was trying to download that and it was a good one. So we'll have a little Dream Farm report here for everybody to go on, okay? Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and Super Milk, they're on the site now. Y'all go grab them if you missed your packs on the anniversary sale. Go ahead. They're live now. We've got the new Living the Dream lids. We got the new Living the Dream on the front, Dream Beans on the back. Hats, they've got them. They're flex fits, just in case. So everybody, they're the flex fit kind. Okay, they come in small, medium, or large, extra large. We got them in gray. We got them in blue and black. So the video. Sorry everybody for the slow-mo video yesterday. That was pretty cool. So sorry about that. We'll have a little update here on the Dream Farm report and kind of give everybody an update of what's going on here. We got some stuff happening here in the Dream Farm breeding room / Dream Farm report room. And so we also I'm going to show everybody we fully kicked it into gear. Farm Manager River got the entire light assisted greenhouse system cleaned out. He got it already up and running. Reservoirs running crystal clear. We've got 80 bags out there. We're ready to rock and roll. And as he was doing that, I was planting more seeds. And we've got some stuff for y'all. We've got some stuff. We got some stuff coming here at this next really full official round that'll be done midsummer. But it's going to be some real fire stuff coming from you folks, okay? And one of the things, kind of whenever talking about grow goals, that, when folks ask me, hey, what strain is good for this or what strain is good for that, that it may seem at face value that it would be, okay, well, for pain, X strain is good for this. But more specifically, what exactly are you looking for when trying to cultivate cannabis, okay? Are you trying to not go to the dispensary? Are you trying to not pay the high prices that those folks for crappy bud that you don't know where it really came from or what the process was to get it to where, it was on the shelf, okay? Or whatever the case may be, that each individual's reason for wanting to cultivate cannabis at home is different from the next person's. Now, of course, we've got categories, and there's people that just, love the process. There's a whole, a bunch of different things. But my specific reason for wanting to cultivate cannabis is going to be different than your specific reason for wanting to cultivate cannabis at home. Okay? And so we've got, that whenever I'm breeding these strains, I try to, drop them into 150. There we go. Try to drop them into different buckets, if you will. Okay. And that's going to be the folks that are, for medical purposes is going to be in one bucket. All right. For monetary purposes. And that can be to save you money or even to make a couple of bucks. Me, I don't care. Okay. Then you're going to have the folks that really just the process folks, okay? And so when I'm breeding all these things all these strains, I try to, have in mind and have a decent mind of where and what bucket that these are going to fit best in, okay? Let's go ahead and pause that. Let's go ahead and stop, folks. You know what time it is. Let's get those dabbers ready. We're always here on Talk About It Tuesday, dabbing like Derek with the dankhankglass.com triple donut nectar collector, dabbing like Derek. They are not available right now because he's backed up, but he's getting back to it, okay? Shout out to Hank Snell. Let's get those dabbers ready, folks. Let's get those dabbers hot. We're going to do a big fat-ass dab and smoke a little pot. I know Farm Manager Rivers over there laughing and getting high on this American weed. He ain't chomping and stomping through the freaking jungles of South Mexico, North Guatemala, trying to find y'all the Pepe. Don't ask about it. But here we go. Let's ride. Uh-oh. 160. Oh, shit. Oh, I may have overextended myself on that one. Oh, shit. Okay. Ooh. Shit. Oh. Oh. Shit. I blame this one on Farm Manager River. He's always wanting for me to do a bigger dab than the one I did before. Woo! Oh, that one's good. River, you sorry. You come do one. How about that? Ha ha. Oh, shit. No way, Bob. That was a double down. Holy shit. Oh, okay. All right. Whew. Whew. Oh. Kyle, that's hilarious. You know, there is a compilation, and we probably should do another one now that we've got another 40 or so Tates since we did that one. It's just a compilation of all meat, just coughs. It's on YouTube. Oh, damn it. Whoo! No, Tommy. No, Bob. No, River. I'm not doing another dab. It hurts. I'm not even going to remember what the hell I was talking about. Whoo! Yeah, probably. Oh. We'll see you later, Steve. Glad you could join us in this edition of me coughing my lungs out. Thank you, Van. Well, will you get a fresh one? That one's an old one. Thank you. You're the best. Woo-wee. Okay. That was a good one. That one was for you, River. Okay, there we go. Vanna wife coming through. Let me get this down and we'll talk about some pot stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, I tell you what we can do. We can show y'all. We can go ahead and show everybody do a little Dream Farm report action. Yeah, I just got some dew. Woo! Yeah, I don't Therese, that's funny. Okay. So, we'll get the old ring light out of the way. We'll do a little Dream Farm report action. All right. So, I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be showing, hopefully, the right stuff here. Because I don't ever like to flip the camera around because then I can't get it back and then it's stupid. So, we'll go this way. So, a little Dream Farm report action here. So, we've got the Lime Times, okay? Everybody knows these are the Lime Times, all right? And, hopefully, there we go. Let's see if we can that's the reversal. The reversal is, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 days away from dropping, from having the majority of them open. There's already some anthers that are opened up. In here, we have... This is the Pappy's Secret Stash. Okay. These 4 are the Cosmic Queens. Back there. And here's the Blueberry Milk. Okay. And there's the Pappy's. Okay. As y'all can see, the Pappy's Secret Stash, the one that's in over there, is it's rough. It's looking rough. So what happened is we had an overwatering issue where it got kind of got flooded and just basically sat there in the runoff for, I don't know, a week, something like that. And so it led to root rot issues. So we don't nail it every time. You know, we are all growers here and we are all fallible. We are all subject to have things go awry. Me included. Me especially, hell. I have it happen all the time. So whenever we're all, grow, oh shit, hold on. Let's go ahead and let's also, ADD kicked in, because I forgot I didn't show y'all these. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go look. Yeah. So, those are the 85 or so that I have, that we have planted up. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Got Doubleberry Slushy, Grape Dumpster Juice, Grod. We've got the Burnt Orange. We've got the Joji OG Garlic Slushy, yet to be named. And some other stuff. And so we got a bunch of stuff going. It's fully kicked off here. We've got 80 spots there in the first LAG. We've got those already up, already. Farm Manager River got that all rocking and ready. We've got the Pappy's Secret Stash out there already reversed. We've got the blueberry milk out there that has been pollinated with the BBM, the Blueberry Milk S1 pollen that I had. Everybody, let's do a little fingers crossed, okay? Let's cross those fingers that pollen was still viable, because that's one that I've really been looking forward to, is that BBM back cross. All right, that it just the S1, the self plant that it came from was just a shining example of peak genetics. I mean, it was a banger. And so I'm really trying to back cross it and strengthen it with the same phenotype that the S1 came from. So we'll see how that actually how that comes out. Let's see, Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and Super Milk are on the site now. Also, while I was getting all of those that you just saw, I saw Frankenfunk. I have another release of Frankenfunk to do. Somehow, whenever we had got those seeds packaged up, there was still a bunch left over that somehow made it back to me. Anyway, next week we're going to be redropping Frankenfunk for everybody. If y'all haven't seen those, man, golly, it's just such a crazy wild strain, and just a super awesome, crazy good, picturesque, gnarly looking strain. So be looking for that next week. Frankenfunk will be coming back, and I had a pretty decent amount of seeds, so it should be a full release on those. Frankenfunk was a drop that we did back in October, and during Droptober it was a Halloween strain, and it's fire. It is super fire. Any chance of the... Hey, what is that? Who you got? Who is that? Joseph Muolo. That's literally what we have right here. On this side, I have... So everything that you saw in here is getting pollinated by the Lime Time that I reversed. Okay, it's a Lime Time. And so it's going to be a Lime Time Blueberry Milk cross. It's going to be a Lime Time Cosmic Queen cross and a Lime Time Pappy's Secret Stash cross, as well as furthering the filial generation of the Lime Times. Okay? So yes, to answer your question, and I'm super excited about that one. I'm hoping that that we can really get like a blueberry lemon type pie, terp type profile, because the blueberry milk does a really good job of also create not just the blueberry, but also having that cereal milk, the real milky kind of creamy terp profile to it that really kind of can really smell like a pie. Okay, so a blueberry lime pie, something like that, definitely is going to be on the horizon and should be super fire. So yeah, so I'm glad you asked. And so just getting back to grow goals, because that dab really got to me last time. Thanks, River, again. So this year we're gonna be having we're gonna have the breeding room, the LAG1 and LAG2 all running. So we're just gonna be putting it into overdrive as far as, you know, what strains we're putting out and what what gear we have, what gear we have coming. So, keeping your grow goals in mind is always a good place to start when it comes to trying to select, because we're going to have a bunch, everybody. We're going to have a lot of strains coming out this year. I've got some stuff that, some stuff we've been working, some stuff that we're continuing to work, some new stuff. guys and gals, ladies and gents, we're gonna have a lot of stuff. And so when you're thinking, don't get overwhelmed, because here we are, at the end of the year this year, we had 30-something strains on there. And I know sometimes it can get overwhelming, and that's when a lot of folks will reach out to me. Okay, but if you keep your grow goals in mind and try to keep in mind and kind of try to keep, the reasons why you're wanting to cultivate cannabis, and then get a strain based on those, that's always going to do you a better service than going with what sounds best. Okay, it's one of my jobs. I make them all sound good, But having a good. All right, I think we already got a little pollination going on right there. Golly, that dab got me high, y'all. Anytime, I'll take it back to when I was cultivating cannabis for flower. That my primary motivating factor. I mean, I'm trying to think of any time when I did it when it wasn't a money motivated thing. That's just what I chose to do to make my money, And we'll just we'll kind of leave it at that. But that was always my motivating factor for cultivating cannabis. It's not anymore. Okay, nowadays growing for seed and growing for you folks and growing for different traits is completely different. It's a completely different world than growing for flower. And so, back then it was always, yield was, potency and, bag appeal is what how it looked, was of paramount importance, followed closely by yield. Okay, just because those are the two things that influenced my grow goals the most. And again, my grow goals being money. So, that's just an example of me. For somebody who is, who's growing for, say, medicinal benefits, for medical reasons, okay, that the speed in which you are able to produce your medicine is of paramount importance. Okay. For somebody that just, that doesn't really smoke that much, but boy, they sure like to be the guy who has the best of all the best of the stuff. And so if you're ever out of a spot and think he got some good, and he's going to show you some good, whatever, okay, you will have different reasonings for growing for whatever reasons you want to take the journey and the frustration-riddled path that is cultivating cannabis. Keeping those goals in mind is always going to help you try to determine which strain it's going to be. Now, of course, everybody wants them big, everybody wants the most they can get, and everybody wants it the strongest they can get, in most cases. We get it. But other than that, other than those obvious things, trying to determine and trying to nail down what your personal motivations and, driving factors for wanting to cultivate cannabis, in your keeping those at the forefront of your mind whenever strain selecting is always good. Yes, I'm high, Michael Mesa. Damn, I'm high as shit. That dab got me. What's the S and the F mean? Good question, Jody Blackwell. I'm glad you asked because I was just starting to ramble about stuff. S and F. So the F stands means the filial, okay, which stands for what generation, okay? If you and your husband or partner or whoever, if you make a baby, if you and somebody else make a baby, y'all are the parental generation. Okay, those offspring would be F1. Now, this doesn't happen in humans. This is just a plant thing, okay? But I'm just giving you an example, okay? If you'd had those offspring were to procreate and create another generation, that would be an F2 generation. Each generation that continues using the same progeny of the same parental generation is going to create a different filial generation. I know that's a lot, okay? So I've got these lime times in here, all right? These lime times, I'm about to take these lime times and take a lime time and a lime time and make it again. That's going to create, these are going to be F2s, okay? I'm going to take two of those F2s and cross them together. That's going to create an F3. Now, an S. What is an S? An S refers to a selfed plant. Now, in order to feminize and get a feminized seed, you have to make a female plant produce male sex parts and produce pollen. Okay? Now, if I could get a better shot, it would do a little bit better. But so I have one of these lime times that is a female, and I did a process to it, and now it has created male parts. So those male parts now, it's mostly male parts, but there's also still some female parts there. An S refers to a selfed plant that has pollinated itself. Okay? No, Scott, I actually use silver thiosulfate. Derek, 71, hell yeah. Not just for the hive, but the plant. That's another thing, like I said, those are what I refer to as process folks, that aren't really concerned about the end product. It's really more about the process that they love, and that they, that's therapy for a lot of folks. And there's a lot of people in here, even in this group, that grow that don't even smoke. So, it just depends. Oh, yeah. Also, this week's sticker. Boom. This week's sticker. Woohoo! The Year of the Dream. This week's limited edition sticker.
Series 5.
Series 5. And y'all thank Vanna Wife for all that. She's the one that's been the driving force behind the limited edition stickers. We'll make an announcement again. The Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and Super Milk are live on the site, or at least they were at the beginning of this live broadcast. So head over to dreambeans.net and grab them if you haven't. Alex Schmidt, I don't know if you saw earlier, you were one of the members of the week. Golly, y'all, that dab got me real high. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about Jody Blackwell, and then I forgot. So, yeah. So, an S plant, an S designation refers to a selfed plant. And in this case, I don't even know if I've got a couple. I may have a few of this S1 lime time. And it's really kind of crazy. And the selfed plants get super crazy with as far as what those seeds can actually produce, which is it can produce any combination of the genetic code that plant produces. So they're really good when looking for pheno hunts and things like that. Yeah, I don't remember, Skylar. It was something from Georgia Pie. That's what it was. It was Georgia Pie. Georgia Pie and some distillate, some juicy drips. Yeah, it was good. You're welcome for the diamond milk, Jeff. Rock Pappy Crazy, just hardly seen the print. The plant, please explain. Garrett, what most likely happened is a process called rhodolization. Rhodolization is a very, it's just a super cool tactic and technique that evolution and nature has created. All right, that whenever you have an auto-flowering plant that is a very short cycle plant, at the beginning or onset of flower, it can produce what I refer to as stress sacs, okay? These are male sex parts that will produce pollen, and it is, man, I've spent almost, over a decade trying to breed it out, trying to identify dominant recessive, trying to figure out what in the world causes it, and I'm still at the same place as I was whenever I started. And so what will happen is it's the plant's attempt to further its species, okay, without needing if all of the other plants died in that plant's area, it would still be able to make seeds and continue to continue the species. All right. And it just, it happens. And so you always want to take a look at the bottom part of the plant, especially is where it happens. Those seeds will be just fine to grow. With photoperiods and with the traditional school of thought is that hermaphrodite seeds and seeds that were produced from a hermaphroditic situation where the plant actually was a trans-sex, and it had both sex parts, and it was a true hermaphrodite, that gene could then continue on. That strain that trait can continue on and show up in further generations. Okay, what I've found is that the rotalization trait is very, 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 very recessive. It doesn't happen very often. And when it does, it just, it does. And so picking them off and plucking them off at the very beginning, if you pluck it off when you first see them, in 95% of cases, they won't grow back. If they do, it will only be one more time. It'll only be at the bottom part of the plant. It won't be in the actual formations of the buds or the bud sites. It'll be at the actual internodes of the apical meristems and the lateral branches. That it won't have if you see it enough, you know what it is. Okay, that I've only seen 2 true hermaphrodites in all of the autos that I've ever grown, and one of those was a couple years ago, and one of them was at the beginning of my work with autos. That true hermaphrodites don't happen very often. So, what causes a female to produce seeds without a male? Just a few seeds autoflower to the seeds be good. That's what I was just going over, Sam Preston. Is it's the plant's ability to want to further the species. It will throw out male sex parts, and they will drop pollen, and it will pollinate itself. Get stress sex, pulled them off. At least you only found. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I mean, like I said, it happens. It happens from time to time, and it's really funny that we're talking about this because, oh Jesus Christ! Whenever I was looking back, whenever I was doing my school studies, I came across a really super interesting study that this guy did. It was in Tennessee or Alabama or somewhere, and it was basically that there was this region where everybody grew the same pot. Everybody had the same exact strain, same exact seed stock, and they had for several generations of people. And so what happened was that every 6 or 7 years, this one dude would have it would just come out way different, way better. I mean, it would just be awesome. And so this horticulturist, this botanist guy got wind of this situation, wanted to figure out why. Well, he came up with what was called a super mom theory, that about every 6 or 7 years, that throughout the same seed stock and same progeny, the same genetic pool, was getting different, just completely different results, and without any introduction of foreign genetics or foreign genetic code. And so he was out there, and he spent, several years out there in this guy's field. Every year he would go out there and look and look and look. And then what he found was, sure enough, it was the 6th or 7th year since the last time it had happened. And he was out in the field, and then he saw this shining example. It was one super mom that had just the best traits of all of it. I mean, it was the biggest. It was the frostiest. It was the most terp-laden. It was the biggest, baddest son of a gun you could tell. And at the bottom of the plant, and only the bottom of the plant, the bottom quarter of the plant, at the main apical meristem lateral branch internode, he would see male sex parts. Okay, and so what he did was he did some research on that, and then he collected some of the pollen and pollinated some of the stuff, and all of the resulting seeds and plants that came from one of those super moms. Anthers or pollen sacs just came out to be the absolute craziest looking. I mean, just the biggest, best, and the best example of the traits and the genetics that strain possessed. And so I've long thought that those rotalization sacs, those stress sacs, are actually containing the best of the best of the best of that plant's genetic material. And I'm waiting, and I want one right now because I want to start testing that theory. Okay? And so far, I have, most people pluck them. There have been a couple of folks over the last year that I've told, hey man, if you leave those and you get the seeds, and we can kind of figure it out. And so far, those two folks, that both of the resulting plants have just been absolute fire. So so what I'm doing is I'm actually looking for some of those stress sacs, and I hope that I find one. I hope I find a couple that I can actually do a little bit of I can do a little bit of research with and kind of see, because the resulting plants are going to be female. Okay, they're all going to be feminized, and they are I'm kind of stoked. What is it? Looking for a strain for anxiety. Blueberry milk, blueberry breath, and blueberry milk. Blueberry breath, I think, is the one that we. Greg. Charles Gregg. Anxiety, blueberry milk, blueberry breath, anything on the indica side. So right now that's going to be blueberry breath and blueberry is going to be the ones that you're going to want to stick with as far as the anxiety relievers for sure. So again, off on the rant about stress sacks, is that I'm actually looking for some stress sacks now, just so I can do some further research, because from everything that I've remembered, all the stuff that I've seen about that, and of course I've tried to look for that thing several times, that study, and I just can't find it. So yeah, Charles, that's gonna be blueberry breath and blueberry for sure. Ed Brooks, that's going to be, again, blueberry breath and blueberry. Blueberry, even more specifically than blueberry breath. Blueberry will put your ass out for sure if you need help sleeping. Charles, get with me about we can go over some when to harvest techniques if you're still getting some anxiety stuff. And kind of go over what how you're medicating and things like that, because a lot of times it can be it's just a lot of stuff. So shoot me a DM, we'll go over it. Let's see. So yeah, that's what we got. That's where we're at here for the this week's edition of Talk About It Tuesday. I got super high. Again, I'm blaming that on Farm Manager River. And, yeah, so Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts and Super Milk are back up on the site in a limited capacity. It's the remaining packs that were there, that we had still left, packed up. We've got new hats on the site, new Living the Dream hats. We got some new shirts that are new colors. And we've got, what else? Frankenfunk. We're going to be dropping Frankenfunk again next week, because I found some more Frankenfunk seeds. So y'all be on the lookout for Frankenfunk next week. And, yeah, we'll get y'all taken care of. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me via DM on Facebook. You can always shoot me an email or hit the Ask the Breeder button on the site. Love everybody. We will see y'all out there in the Dream Bean Support Center. And take it easy. And we will see y'all again next Tuesday. Woohoo!